This is Rissa from Tea and Smoke. Welcome to the July collective tea leaf reading. We're halfway through 2023. Starting out underneath the handle, we have a pile of beans. So this could mean two things. Either you are showing up right now as someone who really needs to attend to your health and well-being, especially your digestion, or more likely, it means that you are planting seeds, you are planting beans like Jack and his beanstalk, so that new things are going to be growing in the last half of the year. Going downward, underneath the handle, there's lots of indications that partnerships are going to be really important to you going into July. Not only does the number 2 show up repeatedly, but also there are 2 people interacting and another figure holding up 2 flowers that are blooming. Actually, they're 2 roses. This could mean that a partnership is really blooming in your life right now. It could very well be a romantic interaction, but also there are other kinds of partnerships to think about. This could be a fantastic new colleague, friend, or person in the community who's really connecting with you. Moving in to the emotional side of the cup, there are several large waves of emotion cascading into July. The first 3 are attached to a triangle. This is an opportunity that's really good and really exciting and quite big and promising, but it's definitely full of emotion for you. With this many waves, this big of a tidal wave crashing around this opportunity, I'm going to say that the emotions are going to be all over the spectrum. Basically, for the first half of July, as things are changing and new opportunities are coming towards you, you might really be in the feels, as they say. Just past those first 3 waves, there's a cat sitting patiently. This cat could be an indication that things are somewhat calm at home. And just below the cat, a person and part of a little baby chick. What I'm taking away from this is the opportunity that is arising, the one with all of the emotions, is definitely going to help stabilize things within your home life. Together, these things are about home. They're about how this new opportunity, this big change, this big emotional event is going to help stabilize you at home a little bit. It's going to feel, even if you don't move, even if nothing changes within your actual home structure, a little bit more stable. You're still going to feel like you're working really hard in July, despite all of these fantastic and positive new changes. There's a person here, they're crouched next to the computer, there's a question mark, almost like, will I ever finish with this hard work? But there's a pot cooking. Good things are simmering up for you, and new changes are going to show up. Just underneath that, a dinosaur and a person talking. This is somebody from the past. About halfway through the month, maybe there's going to be someone you haven't heard from in a while. They're going to reach out, and there's just going to be a conversation. I think it's going to be good. The next aspect showing up is the first of several big angels in this cup. In the tea leaf reading world, angels are the luckiest of all symbols, and there are 5 in the cup for July. I am not sure I've ever seen that many in one cup before, actually. This first angel, she's standing on top of the 4th wave. It's the biggest of all of the waves on the side of the cup. So I think that you're going to be almost overwhelmed, flooded with positive feeling later this month. Immediately after the wave and the angel, there's a little bit of scatter. Kind of tells me that there will be a moment where you feel like you've dropped a little bit, but it's okay. It's kind of like the feeling of coming home after a great vacation. You're happy to be home, but you kind of miss the beautiful place you just came from. Same sort of feeling. Underneath all of that, an old-fashioned compass, the kind that people used to use to draw circles in geometry class. This tells me that all of these things changing, all of these big emotional waves, they're helping you find your way. If you've been feeling lost, if you've been feeling uncertain, halfway through this month, you're going to feel more directed. You're going to say, I kind of know which way I'm going, and I'm charting my path to get there. Partnerships are showing up again on the back part of the emotional side of the cup. There are 4 sets of partnerships, so look for various collaborations to be important as you go forward. As we move towards the end of the emotional side, there are 3 more aspects to consider. First, there's a group of flowers growing together. They're fully in bloom and looking excellent. So my thought is that some of those seeds that you planted earlier this year, they're coming out. Next, we have an angel carrying a gift. So towards the end of the month, look for an amazing opportunity to come in the form of a situation or person. And finally, a horse. Now, this horse is attached to a large block at the end of the cup, and on the other side is an umbrella. Within this block, we have the horse, a dog, a heart, and it ends on the umbrella. This block does span all the way across from the emotional to the material side of the cup. Altogether, I think this big block is telling me a lot of good things are coming. The umbrella is providing shelter. The dog and the heart are providing love and loyalty. And the horse is bringing it all in with great strength and speed. It feels like this is going to play out in both your emotional and material worlds. Big changes, fast changes. And for the most part, they're going to be really positive. Moving around to the material side of the cup, this side starts with a lot, and I mean a lot, of letting go of the past. The first symbol to show up is Anubis, the Egyptian god of the dead. If you aren't familiar with Anubis, he's not an evil character. He's someone who cared for the souls of the dead in the underworld. Now, that said, the reason he's showing up here is because in your material life, job, education, home, there are some things you need to let go of. To aid Anubis in this, we have 2 bats flying in as well. In the teacup world, these bats have come to wipe away the past. They have come to lift and carry away that which is no longer needed for you. Because under that, the storyline shows that there's been something oppressive holding you back. The appearance of a large figure pressing down, like literally pressing down on 2 other people, is underneath all of this. I think Anubis and the bats are here to get rid of that for you. This oppressive figure might be somebody at work, a family member, a neighbor, a frenemy, that is soon going to be out of your life. You're about to let go of them. I don't know that this is going to be a particularly easy transition, but I think that it's time, and you need to let go of that which is no longer serving you. So even positive change can be challenging and difficult sometimes. What I'm seeing next is the word owl. Like, ow, it kind of hurt to let go of that toxic relationship. Whatever it was that you've let go of, that Anubis and the bats have carried away for you, it's probably been part of your material world for months or years even. You're going to feel some confusion in the letting go, and that's okay. The next figure that shows up is somebody with a rake cleaning up, and there's a circle underneath there saying the cycle is complete. You have let go of the thing that was holding you back, holding you down, be it a person, a situation, a job, a class, whatever it was, even if it's a pile of old junk that was clogging up your closet. It's gone. Again, here's a small face, and next to the letter U, there's a little bit of like, who am I without this thing that was weighing me down for so long? You're going to get through that though. We also see a dog sitting on a mushroom. A dog is a good loyal friend who's come along to help you through this transition. And the mushroom is saying that you're going to get through this change and good things are going to come along faster now. Moving towards the back of the material side of the cup is the letter T. It's sitting right next to a small TRex. I'm not sure if TRex is just announcing himself or if the T will be important to you in some other way in your material world. Think of a person, place, thing, or event that might start with the letter T. Now, TRex is something still from the past that you might be holding on to. And the size of the T, compared to the itty-bitty size of the TRex, maybe this person, place, thing is not as big a deal as you think they are. Because whatever it is that this TRex is representing for you, it's actually tiny. The initial's big, the heralding is huge, but the actual TRex, really little. Not really a threat. Just underneath of that, an angel flying along carrying an axe. I think that you're going to be able to cut ties with whatever this is from the past as well. Let go, move on, good things are coming in. To mention the back of the cup, that huge piece in the back has the horse, the umbrella, the heart, and the dog. This is one of 3 dogs. You do have good friends. You do have people that love you. Maybe you literally have a dog companion. I'm reading this as you will be sheltered. You will find things to fill your life and your material world that you absolutely love, that feel really good to you. This is the month, halfway through the year, when things really start to feel like they're changing, pivoting. The bottom of the cup, more good news is coming in, represents the future coming beyond this month. The first thing we see is the number 8. In numerology, the 8 is about making more money. Who doesn't love that? Also, the 8 can be read as an infinity sign, the sign of things being eternal, of everything going onward. The biggest sign in the bottom of the cup is another great big face of a dog. There are good people around you, or maybe you even have a dog or you're thinking of adopting one. All of that said, there are those in your world who have your back. No matter what you went through, especially with all of these crashing waves, remember that you are cared for. Underneath the dog, a great big heart. The initial C does show up on the bottom of the cup. If that is relevant for you, it could be a person, place, thing, or event. The final symbol in the bottom of the cup, another angel. You are divinely guided. You are on the right path. Even if you're feeling some of this confusion that comes from letting go of what is no longer serving you, or you're caught up in these waves of emotion, remember, you have angels looking out for you, whatever that means to you in your world. Have faith in yourself. Have faith that despite the setbacks that you might be feeling, despite the emotions that you might be caught up in, you are divinely guided and looked over as you go through the month of July. Thank you for joining me for the July Collective Tea Leaf reading. If this didn't feel like your reading, you can always reach out to me for a personal reading. Remember, I will never reach out to you on any platform to offer you a personal reading. You always have to contact me. If you enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to the channel, give the reading a like, or share with a friend. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I wish you a fantastic month of July.